Excellent.
Good morning, everyone. July 9th today. Hope you all had a wonderful, amazing, safe July 4th Independence Day long weekend. I know a lot of us, not too much fireworks going on in many areas. I know they were discouraging it with all the wildfires and everything. Personally, I was out of town in Las Vegas, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it with your families. Sylvia, you want to start us off with the introduction to the affiliates?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you very much, Kelvin. Good morning, everyone. It's a beautiful day here. It's a little on the warm side here in beautiful Temple City, Coldwell Banker Dynasty, an agency that cares and an agency with a lot of heart. So excited to be here as always. I know I have a lot of passion, but I love where I work and I love who I work with. So here, let me take a look. I think I saw Scott sign in. So we're going to go ahead and begin with Scott. Scott, you're up.
Hey everybody, Scott Shimamoto here. Barely made this meeting because the Arcadia meeting went long today. Anyway, yeah, I just want to let everybody know that there's a lot of different kind of new loans out there. I don't know about new, but there's different kind of loans out there that are just not full documentation. There's like they call that DSCR, using income to rental income, projected rental income to buy a house or refinance on investment properties. Also, conventional now has as little as 5% down on up to 4 unit, which is great. So you can have the advantages of a conventional loan versus uh, FHA, and and have a low down payment, right, on units. Because before on units you had to have like 25% down to buy 4 units, even if you lived inside. Um, so I just want to let everyone know that those things are out there. We're all brokers, so we have access to all of these things. And if you have a client that doesn't really fit inside the box, I'd love to talk to them. And again, being a broker, we don't care which lender they go with either. We've shot the loan for them and get the best option for your client. So we have a lot of flexibility. Anyway, thank you guys for letting us affiliates participate in this thing. And I'm gonna drop off after the affiliates finish because I'm in my car right now, not driving. I'm in the car, and I don't want to be like those dogs that are locked in a car and then they're sweating, and you know what I mean. So yeah, but
A
thank you
dog should
again.
not be left in the car,
Should
period.
not, should not. So I want to be a little bit of at least equal to a dog.
Okay. All right, Scott. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. But again, dogs should not be left in a car. Got your message. Thank you for being here. It looks like there were some affiliates that had texted me and told me they were going to be here in person. They're not here yet, and I don't see any other affiliates signed on yet. So with that said, I thank you, Scott, for being here. Appreciate that. And I hope to see you more. I know that Arcadia was going to take long today, so I shot straight over to the office. So now I'm going to go ahead. I'm scrolling here. I had to sign on my phone. Something happened with my laptop. I couldn't show my face. So here I am. I like to go ahead and start off with quote of the day before I introduce our broker. Quote of the day is basically be present. It's important to be present. Whoops. There we go. I fell down a little bit and I'm falling down again. Here we go. Talk about being present. There we go. Okay. So, yesterday is a history, and tomorrow is a mystery, and today is a gift. That is why it is called a present. So, it's important to be present. I know Kelvin and I kind of marry each other with our quotes. So, being present is not just being here, signing on to the meeting, or not showing your beautiful smiling face. Being present is engaging, asking questions, and kind of just we'll use Scott as a role model. He introduced himself. We can see him, even though he's caged in a car in this heat. He's being present, and we very much appreciate that. So, with that said, I'm going to go ahead and see if there's, whoops, any other affiliates that have signed in. And Martin Mesa's here. Martin, it's so good to see you. I saw him at the mall yesterday, and he was with his schnauzer and Luna. So I know Martin doesn't leave his dog in the car because he had Luna with him walking around. So, Martin, Please, you're up.
Good morning, everybody. I hope you can hear me. Can you
I
hear me
can.
okay?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so this is funny. I was walking through the Santa Anita Mall with my two youngest children and our pet Luna dog. And then my dog went up to Sylvia and started sniffing her, and Sylvia and her husband told us they have four schnauzers.
We had seven. So we have
Seven.
four right now. Yes.
Yeah. So anyway, and I recognized her right away. She didn't recognize me because
No.
I wasn't in my normal work attire, but
I was
yeah,
focused on Luna.
yeah, yeah. So, and she reminded me that you guys have a Zoom meeting this morning. So, thanks for the reminder.
Of course.
So anyway, I thought I'd hop on and say hello and um, say good morning. I know it's been a while since I've been on one of these calls. So, thanks again for the invite, Sylvia.
You're
By the way,
welcome.
my name is Martin Mesa with Rate One Financial Incorporated. We're a mortgage banker in Sierra Madre. And that's it for me. I've already taken up enough time. So thanks again. It's good to see you, Kelvin, Scott. Hope you guys have a great meeting.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Thank you for sharing Luna with me. I was hyper focused on Luna, and then I noticed the children. So thank you. I appreciate you joining us.
Yeah, maybe I'll bring Luna on the Zoom call next time so
That
you can
would be
see her again.
wonderful. That would be wonderful. She's a very good dog. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So now I don't see any other affiliates here. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and announce our broker, our spotlight stage featured I'm getting echo back here. Sorry, I'm gonna have to close my door. But our featured broker that was on stage over at the Career Compass in Temecula, which he did magnificent. He made us all proud. So I can't be happier to announce our broker, Kelvin Chang, being present here with all of us. Thank you, Kelvin. You're up.
Good morning. Thank you for that introduction, everyone, Sylvia. And I'm present right here with you guys. I was had a good time in Vegas this last weekend. July 4th was hot, 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 and it still looks like the heat wave is still continuing over here in Southern California. But things are bright. Things are looking good. My heart goes out to all the flood victims in Texas. It was a very tragic situation, a sudden rise of waters and flooding, and many, many, many over 100 people missing, over 100 people dead. So a lot to their families and to all the recovery in that area. Just want to put a reminder out there and sending loves and hugs over there to the Texas region. And just wanted to give you an update on what's going on in the real estate side of things, classes, updates, things that you can be helpful in your business. I know, yes, I was at Career Compass a couple of weeks ago. We had a nice group of, I think, 17 Dynasty agents and affiliates and went over to Temecula. And we had a nice time at the classes. I know a lot of you guys, I'm so proud of you. You guys ended up purchasing C4 membership or some of the materials that he was really just doing monthly coaching. So I'm thankful and appreciative that you're reinvesting in yourselves to give you guys the ideas of how to do this 7% listing strategy and how to really get out there and talk real estate and how to present yourself as a professional and talk business. Those things are so invaluable. I know a lot of the younger kids today's they put stuff on social media. They just know how to do a lot of graphics or AI. But at the end of the day, can they talk? Can they present? Can they gather a lot of intellectual information and the data from the market and really provide great guidance consultations to the clients specific to their uh, specific needs in in their listing, whether they have a tenant in place or whether they have to stay at a property before they can buy something else because something has to close. There's situational things and circumstances on every deal that hopefully you become a really good transactional expert how to resolve them for both parties to have a win-win situation. So I'm thankful that you guys are learning. I'm learning every day. And at the end, I just want to be giving you some classes in education. So if you don't mind right now, I'll start off the meeting with some educational opportunities. And we have the West San Gabriel board first. Go through their lineup of classes for the next month of July. And we have a matrix class here on the 9th, but commercial real estate 101 class at 11 o'clock. And it's rare to find commercial classes. This one's with Joe Lamb of Azura Capital. And he's probably talking about how he looks for investments and what's active in the commercial side of things. So if you want to sign up for one of those, great. They have zip forms, your CE credits. Then July 16th is how to avoid probate at death without a trust or an attorney. So they're going to tell you to teach you about the California transfer on death deed. It's not a great substitute for a trust, but it is something that may qualify you to at least transfer a property and avoid probate. So if you want to learn about William Haw Law's advice, the pros and cons of using this tool instead of a trust, learn about it here. Be insightful. Learn about this technique and that would makes you a better consultant at the end of the day. So if you're interested in the next class, this one is July 16th, but here we have don't be scammed by look for red flags on your title for forgery or wire or seller impersonation fraud. This stuff is real with AI, with people being able to do deep fakes and copy anyone's image and make them talk and sound like you. Hope you can join Angie and Yolanda as they teach this seminar with the West San Gabriel board. This is going to be on July 22nd, 11 o'clock. And we also have another Cloud CMA training. I love Cloud CMA for my own CMAs that I send out to my clients. And if you want to learn about the buyer representation agreement, how to sign the new listing contract, here's a webinar online for free. And that really brings us to the end of July 30th, the 2025 Property Management Summit. Okay. So, that's the lineup for West San Gabriel. For Arcadia Association Realtors, we have similar classes. We have the Matrix classes. There's a lunch and learn for reverse mortgages on July 8th. Paul Cheng is going to give a legal update on July 9th. And there is that's today. That was this morning. So if anyone was at Caravan, let us know if there's any wisdom that was shared today from the legal update. Global has July tomorrow. They're having a 10 a.m. global real estate and immigration regulations, how that may impact transactions. This is with speaker Qian Yu, Michael Wong. There's a karaoke event, charity with AARYPN. If you're into pizza, drinks, and singing and networking, check that out. AAR is doing a picnic with CarePa. So if you want a free Saturday, there is a free um, networking event and barbecue by the Lake of Almanzar. I always like to visit there. They have some turtles that were basically being dropped off, so there's a lot of turtles in those lakes and ducks and whatnot. Um, so that brings you to the end of July. We do have what's this? Elevate Real Estate Excellence. And so you could jumpstart your business in difficult times. That's the classes for the Arcadia Board of Realtors. Tomorrow, I already emailed the Team Dynasty group, our speaker for tomorrow at 2 p.m. We have the city council member, Vin No, who will be speaking to us, representing the Monterey Park region and talking to us about real estate updates, economic updates, business side of things going on in the city of Monterey Park. Thank you, Sylvia, for reaching out and inviting him to come tomorrow to our 2 o'clock class live at Temple City. Anything you want to share about that or the next class?
Uh, sure. I've heard him speak. Mark and I heard him speak over at West San Gabriel. He's a really, really good presenter. He's on point. He's clear. He's concise. Very knowledgeable. Loves Monterey Park. Friend of realtors. He really is someone that you want to be here and meet in person. We also are kicking it off prior to Vinvo. We are going to be having Sandy Franco sponsor lunch for home warranty from 12:30 to 1. And then from 1 to 2, she's going to present. And then from 2 to 3, we will have Vinvo. I also want to mention that there is another class that is tomorrow. It's a really a day full of education. You cannot have enough education. What I do want to say is that realtors, you are in charge of your own schedule. Your inspections, your meetings and things like that, some things are beyond our control. But please, 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 please try and attend these meetings. You're not doing yourself a service by not attending these meetings. Kelvin shares so much knowledge. We provide knowledge. We are here for you. This class that I want to mention to you is tomorrow. It's an in-person class at the Arcadia Association of Realtors. I didn't hear you mention this one, Kelvin. Not sure if you did, but it has to do with know about what U.S. immigration regulations and global real estate transactions, and some ins and outs about how to avoid current situation with ICE. So that's going to be tomorrow. It's free to members from 10 to 12. And then, shoot on over here from 12:30 to 1:30 with lunch, and then all the way up until 3 o'clock. So just wanted to plug that in and mention that, Kelvin. Thank you.
Oh, thanks for sharing that. I did mention it. It
Okay,
was
good.
you said tomorrow, right? Yeah, I had the
Yeah.
U.S. immigration regulations.
Excellent. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, I missed that. I am on that committee, and we do put a lot of effort into what speakers are going to have substance and value for our members. So hopefully you can all feel that.
Cool.
Thank you.
Okay, so I did have an update from our representative at CAR who gave me a little bit of a legal update on the recent extension of LA County protections. As we all know, once the wildfires spread throughout the Pacific Palisades and Altadena, Eaton Canyon, well, we had a moratorium in which housing and gouging of real estate rents and whatnot was to be paused. And so just giving you an update that, as you can see from this, if you read through here, LA County has some extensions and the rest of California now is in normal mode. So they do not have any what's called protections or restrictions based upon Governor Newsom's state of emergency moratorium. So the executive order now says housing definition is to include leases with a term of longer than 1 year. The exemption of properties with a certificate of occupancy after January 1st, 2025. And there's certain exemptions for large single-family homes located in certain zip codes. So if you want to read the whole executive order, I'll let you know what's going on. Basically what it's telling here, the state of emergency that was set in place now is expired except for certain things. If you look down here, D and E are applicable still and extended. Hotels and motel rates in times of emergency shall not increase pricing of rents beyond 10% of pre-disaster pricing. And that also extends itself for rental housing in times of emergency. And it prohibits evictions of residential tenants in LA and leasing the property at a higher price. So these protections are still necessary. These are D, E, and F. If you look over here, D, E, and F are extended for another, I think these prohibitions are another 30 days. So we'll take it month by month by month is what Governor Newsom is doing. And so LA County now is still protecting those three categories, D, E, and F. Okay? Motels and hotels, rental properties in LA County, and no evictions and whatnot for the time being next 30 days. Okay? There is another executive state of California order that just came place. So the emergency short-term housing protections in Los Angeles, the summary just basically tells us that the survivors of the LA firestorm who stay in short-term housing or hotels. Um, it just extends these rules, so they're not going to be getting, they have to keep their rents within 10% of what it was pre-fires. Okay? And that extension for the victims is up till October 1st, 2025. If you want the link, I can always share it with you guys, but just letting you know that's what the update is. And if you want to understand what's going on, one of the biggest things sweeping California in terms of Gavin Newsom's positive things is he's doing some housing reform. It's a little bit groundbreaking because it does have more exemptions for CEQA, and CEQA has been the number one prohibitive group that has been aimed to avoid development and make a burden for developers and builders to add density in housing affordably. So these environmentalists have a little bit more exemptions for people to develop in rural areas or whatnot. So this should allow more housing production. It should. So the other thing to keep a note on is besides boost of hopefully new units is that the really is just really the narrow the thing that we want to talk about now is the one big beautiful bill that was just signed by President Trump and passed by a very narrow 51 to 50 vote in the Senate. So this is a very marginal pass through of this big beautiful bill. I wanted to talk about it because it does have one thing that's helpful for Californians and New York, people in high cost states. And so the SALT deduction cap has been modified from $10,000 to $40,000 state and local tax exclusions for the property years of income state tax years of 2025 to 2029. So if you're looking in the next 4 years, it's a temporary band-aid to allow property owners to fully write off their state and local taxes. Okay, so that's gonna help those in the upper thresholds of expensive or luxury homes. So it'll help those that are wealthy. For those in the middle or low income arena, they probably are not maximizing the full 10,000 of their state and local tax deductions. So that's just the biggest change and the biggest benefit for real estate in what I see as the big beautiful bill. But if we want to break it down, we'll take a look at this link here. Do you guys see my CBS News article link right here?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so this is
Yes.
an extension of Trump's 2017 Tax Cut and Jobs Act. And one of the things it does, there's 887 pages. So I'm not going to read every page, guys. But the Medicaid, it does have more restrictions. So there are some cuts to the funding, guys. The Homeland Security and Immigration does have some expenditures approved for border wall construction and other expenses. So that's going to have some extra money for the protection of our borders. We already talked about the state and local tax deduction SALT coming from 10,000 to 40,000 for 2025 to 2029. They will terminate some of the tax incentives from the 2022 Inflation Reduction Acts. A lot of this was for clean energy, for EVs. So I know Tesla just emailed and says, "Hey, make sure you get your Tesla before I think it was October in order to take advantage of the tax incentives." So if you have any solar projects going on or any of these stuff, read into this language if it affects you or your families. There's some restrictions now on food stamps. They'll be addressing the debt limit, which is the ceiling is 5 trillion, and we are way, way, way crazy beyond our original anticipated debt. So I'm just, there still is a lot of economic uncertainty. The Fed does have two rate cuts planned for 2025, hopefully, But at the end of the day, anything can change. They're really monitoring this very closely, and inflation still is strong. So there still is, it's not fully in check. So just letting you know, there still could be some economic downward wins for Americans. Child tax credit, $2,000 has been increased. So this is a permanent increase to 2,200 now. So that's what the child tax credit looks like for the 2025. I'm sorry, for next year's tax period. There will be limits on overtime and tips deductions. So if you're, bartenders, waiters, waitresses, and all and whatnot, they're gonna have some limits over there on what they can be taxed at. This does affect real estate because many real estate practitioners take advantage of being an S corporation. And if your income is greater than $70,000 annual gross commissions, then great, you should take advantage of it. The standard deduction is a permanent increase, as it's nearly doubled in 2017. So what this does is just permanently expands these 20% pass-through standard deduction, so that way you can still pay yourself a salary and benefit from the 20% independent contractors pass through. So that's cool to hear. Those are the big, beautiful bill summary. Obviously, there's a lot more to talk about, but those are the primary bullet points that we should talk about, and just have at least be on our radar. Okay. So, other than that, I have a little bit of a market update. Not too much. I looked for CAR's most recent one. However, it hasn't been updated very well. So, July 7th, the market update just says simply that job growth is a steady pace. So, our job growth is basically okay. The housing sentiment does dip, but a little bit more than the majority does believe it's a good time to buy. And so that's a slight increase in sentiment, in buyer sentiment. As far as home ownership desires, it does remain strong. Of course, people do like to own their home, but the financial hurdles, the cost of the interest rates and the payments are still the main discouragement factor that buyers are sitting on the sidelines. So, we already talked about the salt deduction cap is hopefully going to be beneficial for the next 4 or 5 years, and construction spending continues to fall. So builders and large developers are not spending as much as anticipated. So there's less building permits being pulled. Maybe they're just focusing on smaller stuff like ADUs. And I do anticipate more construction spending to begin because I do see the wildfires, the victims are going to be rebuilding soon. So those are the market minutes. If you want to look at Southern California statistics, I'll run through it real quick. In Los Angeles County, we do have a May um, slight decrease in value. So the average median home price was 835,000, and now it's 850,000 in April. So that's a small, modest month-to-month change of a little bit under 2%. But year to year, from 2024, May to May, we do have a 3%, 2.9% year to year percent increase change. So it's just kind of selling you in terms of sales volume. We're looking at a dip in sales of almost 8%. And that's pretty dramatic and huge. So all the realtors in Los Angeles are getting 8% less sales. And last year also was a very slow year, so it's even slower than that. So that's really just your update. One of the biggest things I found was Orange County has the biggest decrease in the state of California. So not only has their sales volume slided by 16%, but their price has also slided significantly greater than 10% year over year. So that's something that is interesting that you should take a look at or see, because Orange County always was very, very attractive and desirable. But as you can see, the unsold inventory is what I look at. and it's 3.9 months unsold inventory. So our active listings in Los Angeles County appears to be rising, ticking upwards, taking longer to sell, and sellers having to compete lower on price or make price adjustments in order to get to under contract. So Los Angeles County, the median home price, 835,000, like I just said, and minus 7.9% year over year sales, decrease in sales volume. So be prepared, guys. Be prepared for longer days on market if you have a listing because things are not selling as fast as they used to be. I just did a couple of cities of Temple City, and it is consistent. We only have 19 homes for sale in Temple City, and single families. This is focusing on single families, and their average Temple City sales price point is 1.35 million, but it is a 25% change from last year. It was 25% higher. Very, very attractive to buy in Temple City last year. Everyone and their mothers wanted to be in our lovely city and the schools. So people were going paying above asking, but look at this. This is a big decrease in value of Temple City single families. But the good thing news is if the sales prices are going about 100%, so it's selling for what your is usually what the asking price is. As a comparison to a larger city like Arcadia, we have 92 homes active on the market in the month of May. Don't forget, this is the most recent, and this is a whole month of data that is behind 30 days as well, because they haven't updated this at CAR for June. But as of this May closing, 1.78 million is their average, their median sales price in Arcadia, and they also are around 100% of sales to list price ratio, and 26% have to reduce their price. Um, One of the hotter cities is Alhambra. They do still show very low inventory, 21 active listings. They're selling at 106% above asking price, and less than only 23.8% have to reduce their asking price in order to get us under contract. So just a little comparison. If you ever need this stuff, this is something that I can use or you can use if you want to do city or local updates in your Facebook, Instagram. CAR has this local county districts, local county data monthly market report. If you just search that inside the CAR search field, you'll find it for every single city in California. If you want to be checking your own city, you can do that as well. So, just letting you know, that's a resource for you if you find it interesting. We can always share it to your clients. And I just put it on your radar that on September 16th and 17th, there is the Reimagine Conference and Expo coming up. So that is there's a paid day for the 15th, but the agents, most people will be going to the 16th and 17th. They'll have keynote lunches, speakers, economic specialist Jordan Levine. And it's a free event. If you want to register at Reimagine Expo and you're a paid realtor, then you get to go for free. And a lot of cool stuff. You get your badge, you get to network, and a whole lineup of classes. It's going to be held this time in Chula Vista, right near San Diego. So, 2 free days of inspiration, education, and connections. All right. So, moving on. Any questions from you guys?
No questions, Kelvin.
No, I'm
Before
good. That was great presentation.
Okay, I'm gonna get into our new listings. I just want to see if there's
Kelvin,
any questions on the comments real fast. Yes, go ahead, Sylvia.
thank you. Can I introduce the challenge, the competition that we have going on starting with this meeting?
Yep, sure.
Excellent. Thank you very much. And thank you for all those of you that are here. I know I pressed by texting some of you, by putting it on WeChat, and by emailing all of you. So we're trying to make things a little bit more fun and more enticing and to be more engaging for all of you. So we're going to start, it started today, the launch. I've already taken roll call and I've already monitored who has their camera on, who joined on time. So there's going to be a certain criteria. I'm very pleased to say there's 4 of you that joined on time and are looking, we can see your smiling face. So part of that criteria here at CB Dynasty is the sales Zoom meeting. So we're launching our Zoom attendance challenge. And yes, it is a competition, everyone. So starting today and every other Wednesday at 10 a.m. sharp, be signed up. It's on Zoom. This challenge begins today, and your management team will be monitoring each meeting. So punctuality is, and full attendance are a must. Please manage your time and schedule to make this happen. We want to be fair to everyone. At the end of the year, you will be entered into a drawing for a mystery gift. It will be anything fun, fabulous, and totally worth it. Plus, you'll get to earn one of Calvin's beautiful certificates from Coldwell Banker for a CB Dynasty Zoom engagement certificate because showing up consistently matters. It's important that we represent each other and we move it forward. Again, on time, show your smiling face, and be engaged from beginning to end. That is the criteria. So appreciate that. Thank you, Calvin.
All right. I'd like to look forward to just having you guys come. I do put some time and energy and effort in planning the agenda for today's sales meeting. So yeah, it's great to have you guys join us and whatnot to really just to really just get to be informed. Hopefully, I just try to make it informed and insightful. So that brings me into a couple of news in terms of attendance. I'm gonna be taking next week a little bit out, so I'll be in the lovely state of Oklahoma, letting you know my attendance will not physically be here in Temple City, but if you need me, I'm here still the rest of the week. Let me know if you have any questions or anything pressing before I go. Or you can always reach me by text. I'll bring my computer as well. If you need anything, I can always work on it on Zoom. We can put up scheduled meetings out if I'm out next week. Okay, so let's get into the new listings we got, guys. All right. So hopefully you see my screen. I'm gonna get this tab updated, and I need to make this full screen. Okay, do you guys see my MLS up?
Yes.
Okay, I do have a coming soon as well. I got a new listing in Arcadia, but I'll share this one first. We have a coming soon in Los Angeles, 11861 Nebraska Avenue. Almost right under 1.5 million, gets you a three-bedroom, two and a half bath. It's over 2,000 square feet townhouse. And very, very soon, next week, we'll have it live and active, ready to show. So, congratulations to Kathleen Tang Wong on your brand new listing. Let's take a look at some of these beautiful, lovely photos. And you can see it's got recessed lighting, newer floors, looks like to be updated. Very, very beautiful imagery. And I'd love to call this home. It's very attractive and well designed and modern for a 1987. The seller homeowner did a very good job in updating this with recessed lighting and newer light fixtures. Cool stuff. Congratulate. Ooh, look at that wonderful, cool closet that's walked in. Um, Love the organization capabilities. They even got a modern tub inside a frameless glass shower stall, dual sinks, European floating style, nice little separation between his and hers. So cool. Congratulations on this coming soon. I'm sure you'll get it sold quickly, Kathleen. And on to our next one. We have a new listing on 2786 California Boulevard in Pasadena. 4.88 million. And I think this is Henry Liu's listing. If you want, Henry, if you're here, you want to pitch the listing, let me know, just interrupt. But congratulations on this beautiful, lovely estate built in the year 2000 with over 5,000 square feet and just about a half-acre lot size. And as you can see, this gorgeous home is ready to go, move in. You really have that colonial style three-car garage. I love the balcony up here on the front where you can just walk right out and see your own huge front yard. The wide foyer here has a nice custom singular stairway, circular stairway. You got looks like marble flooring, recessed lights, nice custom drapery. There's some beautiful fireplace in the living room and nice, really custom drapery. Look at that. So, ooh, soffit ceilings up there. That looks like to be a very wonderful place to call home. Let's go support. Let's go support Henry. He's gonna have it at the broker and a public open house on July 10th and 12th. So hopefully you guys can see it in Caravan or see it on the weekend. Bring your clients. Hey, you can even get it and post some social media and content. And Henry will always allow you to post his listings and promote it and promote yourself at the same time. 5015 Tyler Ave in Unit F, Temple City. 3,600 a month for rent. This is a 1,500 plus square feet, three bedroom townhouse for sale, for rent. 3 days on the market, brand new. Lorena Young, this is her brand new listing. And this looks like a nice move-in ready. Dark cabinets with light countertops. We got a lot of different shower. Looks like it's to be updated and remodeled. So it's turnkey, ready to go and upgraded. Talk to her if you have anyone looking to rent in the lovely Temple City slash Arcadia El Monte region right here. I know Sylvia, you said you had something one that needed to rent. Maybe talk to Lorena if you have one right here. This one looks good. Um, on Tyler. 810 Granada Avenue, San Marino for rent. For 5,200 per month, you can live in San Marino. You got a 10,000 lot size, 2,400 square foot
We
building,
received so many
and
applications and they are willing to go this. So hopefully it's excellent house. I think I listed too low.
okay. I'll have another update. Cool. And so we have for 5,200 per month, 810 Granada is actually gonna have Anis just came in and let me know it's gonna be 5,500 plus per month because she priced it too low. There's way too much activity and competition in this one. So this one's pretty much ready to go. So Anis, good job on her. She has this lovely San Marino home, but you're still welcoming agents to show it and or present. This is a nice big property with a pool. All right. We have another San Marino property, but this one's for sale. If you got a buyer for San Marino, it's 1873 Los Robles. Beautiful location, 2.788 million. Gets you a three bedroom, 2,650 square foot home. And as you can see, this is a custom entry door. You have very fine attention to detail on the picture photography, luxury high-end gourmet kitchen. Look at that entry. This is a lot of natural lighting, a nice chandelier up here. So you can see this is an open floor plan, very modern design. Look at this. Looks like to me a fireplace that's oversized and very decorative. So if you have anyone, I just want to congratulate this listing, Daniel Wong, on his lovely Los Robles San Marino listing. This is 1742 Hanscom Drive in South Pasadena. 2.3 million, five bedrooms, three and a half baths. This is a low price per square foot for a single family in South Pass. Up near the hillsides, you have over 3,380 square feet and not too old, 1992. So I believe this is Amy and Margaret's listing. So you take a look over here. Beautiful large home. You can take a look at the inside. It has a balcony, landscaping, it has views, it has a very huge garden. You have a retaining wall already for RV or lots of parking. And inside you have skylights, walls right here, natural lighting all throughout. Beautiful home for only 2.3 million. I do think that's a very good value. So if you have any clients that are looking up into being the hillside and in privacy, this has been updated and remodeled. So check this out for only 2.3 million. If you have any clients looking in Diamond Bar, we have a 22749 Lakeway Drive, a condo for sale. This is a two-bedroom layout with almost 800 square feet. And as you can see, it has a still has the 80s feel, but some areas have been updated and some updated flooring. Price is very attractive. It's under 500,000. You can have this two-bedroom right near Grand and Golden Springs. Congratulations to Daniel Wong on your new listing. And this one is in Tustin. We have a business for sale for 198,000. It's a newer business where they do hot pot and barbecue. Contact Laura Liu if you have anyone interested in a barbecue hot pot joint. It's all set up and ready to go. The equipment's there, the rent, the lease is there, and they are paying 10,750 per month for this lovely Tustin restaurant. We have on the property for rent 1011 Stoneman Ave, Unit 3 in our Alhambra for 3,100 per month. This is going to lease fast, I bet. Two bedrooms, 1,425 square feet. As you can see, the interior is nice and convenient. You have carpeted flooring, two bedrooms, a nice big bathroom with dual sinks. Um, I find this is not bad. Talk to Kayla Liu if you have anyone interested in checking out this one. It has its laundry inside, very, very convenient. And this is Snowman's a very good location of North Alhambra. We have 160 Duarte Road in Arcadia. This is another business opportunity for sale. It's a bakery, candy, cookie, deli. We have for 120,000. You can get this nice shop, and this business is doing. Looks like they're doing a little bit of bakery goods and drinks, probably. So, prime Arcadia location on Duarte Road right by the intersection near Second or First Avenue. This is probably Second Avenue right here. I believe it's next to the same plaza with Momo Paradise. And if you have anyone, talk to Laura Liu if you have anyone in this business. 2132 Lincoln Park Avenue in Lincoln Heights for 1.57 million. We got a nice 4-unit property for sale. It's 3,700 total square feet. And this is not just like a average 4-unit apartment building. These are detached units on a large lot. You got almost 14,000 lot size in Lincoln Heights. Talk to Adam Luong, if you have anyone interested in this income property, it's generating roughly, you can see here, two bedrooms, and there's also two one bedrooms. 227 Santa Rosa Road, Unit B in Arcadia. Beautiful home for sale. This is a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 3.5 bath with almost 1,900 square feet. Recently built 10 years ago in 2015. And this lovely for 1.3 million. Not a bad price for a newer property. You got a lovely interior, family living room. You do have a dining area. Kitchen is right here with some built-ins and upstairs loft, large bedrooms. And so talk to Atri Pat if you have anyone interested. Congrats to her new listing. This is a lovely Arcadia location near the Santa Anita Park and the Westfield Shopping Mall. And we have 18200 Sandringham Court in Porter Ranch. This is 1.725 million, listed by Rodney Ruiz. He has open house this weekend, July 12th and 13th. 4 bedrooms, over 4,000 square feet. And Porter Ranch, very, very awesome community. A lot of very residential suburban area. Look at this gorgeous entrance, large fireplace. It's staged very, very elegantly. Imagine having this large, huge center island to cook on and to have a little cabinet, a counter on. So you could really take advantage of this newly renovated property, and it has a beautiful family extension over here for exercise or family room. And I know it's a gorgeous home. From when I was looking at this, Ronnie did an excellent job in the marketing. So take a look at this property, 1.7 million Porter Ranch, Rodney Ruiz. And we got 4654 Prospect Lane in Yorba Linda, 2.17 million for this single family that was also built about 10, 11 years ago. 6 bedrooms, almost 4,000 square feet. And Yorba Linda is a great area. You got a lovely entrance and all white interior. Love the natural wood and white color scheme. Built-in bookcases and entertainment stands. Great workplace for office. Look at this big, oversized master bedroom and nice master bath, walk-in closet. Oh wow, look at that pool. Have you seen a stairway where you have a circular extension of rooms in all directions? So they have a very central theme layout with some really cool, large, sparkling pool. Awesome looking. All right. Custom built-in barbecue. I did want to give credit and shout out to the listing agent, Henry Liu, on your new listing here in Yorba Linda. And we have 425 Gladys for rent, 3,500 per month. It's a newer construction, remodel, never been lived in. This is a prime location in Monterey Park. For 3,500 per month, it gets you a 3 bedroom here and be the first one to live and appreciate all these wonderful new upgrades to this property. Okay, so talk to Julia if you have anyone interested in this property in Gladys, Monterey Park. We got 7045 Chicago Court, Rancho Cucamonga for rent for 3,400 per month. But that brings us back already for all of our new listings. But yes, if you have anyone interested in this rent, this for lease is Carmen Lee. Okay, let me get into our next set of properties. Hopefully, I still see my MLS. And I'm going to pull up the properties just recently closed. Okay, all right. You guys see my MLS in front of you. Hopefully, this is a pending property in El Monte. So just letting you know, Henry Liu got this one under contract. This lot is for sale, 10,000 plus lot size, 905,000. So I'm happy to see it's pending. We also have one of our listings at 49 La Sierra Drive in Arcadia is also pending, 2.85 million. Congratulations. We do have some closers as well. So 23550 Prospect Valley Drive closed. This is a listing in Diamond Bar, listed by Danny Estremera. And the reason why it closed at lower price, I do know that the buyer ended up paying their own commission. So that was a very good way to get it done. We have 52220 Temple Santa Anita Ave in Temple City just closed. And that was closed with Helen Ma. Wanted to give her a shout out for her closing. Um, with And let me see right here. We had, hold on one second. The next listing I wanted to talk about is Crest Haven. We talked about this one. I need to get some of the buy side transactions I just closed as well. All right, we just closed in Seal Beach on the buy side. Kathleen Vong, excellent job. She just closed this transaction for 1.8 million. 4317 Candleberry in Seal Beach. Lovely property, three-car garage, newer built, large recess, vaulted ceiling, I'm sorry, four beds, almost 3,000 square feet. Good job, Kathleen, on your closing. 506 Sunset Ave in Azusa just closed for 660,000. This two-bedroom just sold with a single family and closed with Alicia Valencia. So she just got this one for her buyer, got a good deal under the asking price, and happy for her. She had two closings this week. 11760 Lucena Ave in Fontana closed for 620,000, and this one also was closed with Alicia Valencia. And this beautiful property was four beds, two and a half baths, 1,700 plus square feet. And this young girl is a rock star in the making. So very proud of her. 10126 La Rosa Drive in Temple City just sold for 1,010,000. Three beds, two baths, 1,600 square feet plus with a large lot of 11,000. Congratulations to Henry Liu on your closing and for getting a total of some concessions. He negotiated credit from his for termite. Good job, Henry. 2721 Nash Court in Pomona just sold 595,000. This is a newer condo, first time probably at first time on the market sold and lived in. So this 2024 new build was sold by Ruben Roa, and congratulations to this new lucky homeowners who get to enjoy and be the first ones to appreciate this new community. 3680 Star Touch Drive in Pasadena just closed. You can see here we have a nice level piece of dirt. This looks like to be in the Eaton Canyon region. This lot size of 12,000 land just sold for 925,000. And congratulations to Helen Xiong for you and your clients who will probably be redeveloping this lovely Upper Hastings Ranch property that has basically been devastated. We have the 25795 via Hamaka Ave, Moreno Valley. For 553,000, it closed, three bedrooms. Congratulations to Sylvia Ramos for getting this closed. I know you worked in collaboration with Alicia on this one as well. So good job, kudos. You guys were only 3 days on the market and your client got it. So you did an excellent job in representing your buyers and getting this sold and quickly. 7843 Danner Court in Rancho Cucamonga. 781,000 for this Rancho Cucamonga single family home, almost 2,000 square feet. Congratulations to Cherry Wong for getting this closed with you and your investor. Your investor also purchased 11027 Myers Drive. Congratulations to Cherry Wong, who has 809,000 closing. And I know she's did an excellent job. The same investor now put it on the market for rent, and they both also just leased out as well. So she learns to turn one investor into four transactions. Hopefully you guys learn how to do that too. 644 Bennett Ave, Glendora. I think I already talked about this one. This one was closed. But this is Wilbur Shea. He closed this one June 10th, but this is a newer agent of ours. Wilbur just closed his first transaction with our company, new agent. Very happy to see him get this one um, closed for him and his family. So thank you for that. Should be the rest of all of the closings. I might have missed some of the rentals, but other than that, any questions, any comments from you guys at home? Amy, you want to share anything? I see Edgar's in here. What's up, Alicia? Glad to see you on the class, today's sales meeting. Okay. Nothing. You guys are quiet, but I still do want to keep it pumped up. Thank you for attending today's sales meeting. That wraps up today. So we're already right here in the middle of July. So hopefully you guys all really just pump out the rest of the summer strong get something in escrow. I know there's a lot of hopeful news. The rates are going to be slowly coming down with 2 rate cuts by the end of the year. So talk to your clients, let them know. I know Scott mentioned a 5% down conventional program, so that you can still work on affordability or getting financing. There's still solutions out there, and the market is softer right now. So the buyers do have some capabilities to negotiate terms. All right, guys. See you guys next time. Next week's Keys for Success might be canceled. I'm going to be out of town. Reminder next week. Okay? All right, guys. Bye-bye.